Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, my cozy craft room. So as you can tell in the video, I am going to be talking about why I left Etsy and why I am never going back because of reasons. And yeah, I think a lot of Etsy sellers who either left or some of them probably still selling on Etsy could probably understand where I'm coming from. But this is also a video um, for those of you who are thinking of opening your own Etsy shop, or is maybe already have Etsy shop and you guys are wondering why aren't you making a lot of sales, something like that, I'm not gonna go too in depth on this video about sales on Etsy though. This is more of like a tip or awareness, I guess. So yeah, if you're interested, um, stick around and we're gonna talk about it. You can grab popcorn if you want, or a cup of coffee, which I should get some coffee. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna be talking about. So I was selling on Etsy for a couple of years, right? This is way before pandemic happened, and there were when I started on Etsy, there were red flags, of course, but I kind of just ignored it because I still had that excitement. It was, a new thing. And when I started with Etsy was actually introduced to me by a family. And yeah, it was a really good platform, in my opinion, at that time because it was, handmade products, unique things, all that stuff, and it was very user friendly. I'm not a techie person by any means of imagination at all. So Etsy was like, it was so easy to it was so easy to list items, basically copy paste your descriptions from one item to another with, changing variations, obviously, like certain measurements, certain descriptions, colors, whatnot, prices, and all that stuff. So when I started with Etsy, it was about 2014. I was making handmade jewelry. It was like the earrings and pendants made out of polymer clay, and it wasn't like a big full-on business, nothing like that. I made a few sales here and there, and I still remember when I would make those first couple of sales, I get so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, I made sales. But yeah, and at that time I wasn't really accounting like shipping costs, all that stuff, so I wasn't really making anything. Then a couple of years later, I decided, since I at that time I had my daughter, so I decided, you know what, why don't I make hair accessories? So I started making hair bows, hair clips, baby headbands, and because it's perfect if you have an infant. And it still wasn't full on because the time I was studying at that time and a stay at home mom. So, I wasn't like putting a lot of time in my bow making business. So it was just like a gradual growth essentially. But then during that time, I realized I was like, I actually kind of enjoy selling craft supplies. So I started selling craft supplies. I started selling fabric, flowers, grosgrain ribbon, rhinestones, all that stuff. And then it started slowly picking up. So I was able to start getting more inventory. And a lot of people were like promoting their shop, their products on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. And I tried jumping on that wagon as well, but it didn't really work out to me. I think it's the attention span. I don't have it, or the patience. So I just tried focusing on Etsy. So I think it started 2019, where whenever I don't have class or homework or anything like that, I would put like hours of making hair accessories. And then as time progresses, I started making more what I considered like pretty cool hair bow styles. So, and then I started exploring my materials as well. I would buy, handmade polymer clay dolls to use as an embellishment for my hair bows. And then I started expanding a variety. So it was all good and fun, all that stuff. Now, the first few red flags that I really noticed with Etsy was when you have issues. So it could be a system is glitching, you publish, because if you are a seller on Etsy, you know this. There are a bunch of fees, especially now. So when you list an item, there's like 20 cents or 25 cents per listing. I think it's 20 cents per listing. So whether you make a sale or not, you are charged that 20 cents, and it does not last for like a year. So there's a period of time that it expires, so you have to renew. That's another fee. So when you're starting over, to me, I didn't really pay attention to how much that cost, like the overall cost, because the more products, the more listings you have, the more fees essentially. But when you're having issues, like you list items that is, let's say 20 listings, right? You do the math, 20 cents times 20. So, and you notice that those listings are not showing up properly, and you try to reach out to customer service and there's nobody who can help you out. So essentially you just do like you go to forum and you either ask the questions there or you look for the questions you already have and see if there are people who are answering it and figure out how to go from there. At that time, whatever, no big deal. Now, as time goes by, I started getting more customers, repeat customers, and the sales go up as well. So I'm like, okay, cool. And it got to the point that when you reach certain amount of sales, Etsy started charging you, think it was like ads fee, but it wasn't something that you can opt in or opt out. It was no longer optional. So once you meet that threshold of sales that you made, they will charge you a certain percentage of that. So whether you like it or not, they will promote your listings and then you will charge a certain percentage. So that one was already icky to me. I was like, I don't like this because, one, there are times where I'm not even making sales in a week at all, and in a month it's very, especially on those months that are very, very slow. So I was like, okay, whatever. Again, like that's like the second, third red flag I ignored, whatever. Now, I'm also a buyer on Etsy, right? I also buy my supplies. I also buy finished product items. In my opinion, they're pretty good if you're a buyer. However, the platform is, it's a company with a bunch of individuals selling handmade products, selling craft supplies or whatnot. But the way they treat their vendors, the way they treat their customer is so massively different. It gets to the point where when you start having issues, you realize like you would think they would have your back because yeah, it's a relationship that you make money, but at the same time, they also make money out of your sales. So they should have a good customer service for their vendors because that is what the website is. Later, I found out that they've had multiple different CEOs, and different CEOs have different goals about the company. So you kind of like have to account that as well. But the changes were like getting crazier. However, there was really no, again, to me, there was really no improvement on how they handle vendors who are having issues, right? Now, most of the time when you have a when a customer file a complaint and you can provide like proof, like let's say usually, like to me, the very common issues I started running was the shipping delays. A lot of people either communicate with you and then you know work it out, but some people, especially if you don't reply to them within 24 hours, they file a complaint. And this one got really worse during pandemic, because during pandemic it wasn't just the pandemic you're dealing with, especially during the winter 2022. There were storm, shipping delays, and on top of that, the shipping, I ship with USPS. The shipping was so delayed and it was really, really bad, because I experienced it as well, not just as a seller, but also as a buyer, a consumer. Like I would order things and they were not arriving on time. Some of them would just get lost. Mind you, packages get lost in normal years, normal time. So with the pandemic going on, it was crazy. Everybody know it was crazy, right? And during I think it was November to mid-December, I got a massive delay of orders, or not orders, shipments. So I would drop off products or packages on post office, and a lot of them does not get scanned. So a lot of delays were just like piling up, piling up, piling up. And if you're running your business by yourself, you're the customer service, you're the shipper, you're the packer, you're the creator, and then you have to run your online shop, your Etsy. So replying to customers, especially if you have a bunch of customers filing complaint or having questions on similar items, and you just do your best, you will run into like essentially a burnout. Like you're like, holy cow, because it got to the point where I was constantly on my phone or my computer responding to my customers regarding shipment delays. Like, where are my package? Where is my package? Where are my orders? Blah, 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 blah. And so expectation of replying to those messages within 24 hours is kind of crazy, right? So to me, I would respond to my customers as fast as I can. So it got to the point where I would reply even on the weekend, right? Instead of spending time with my family, I'm just like constantly responding to customers. Like, I don't know what is going on. The package was scanned, but it's stuck. It's been sitting in this state, blah, blah, blah. And then a lot of customers are understanding, but you also have a bunch of people who doesn't give a crap of, even if you have the proof, like, look, it was scanned, that's all I can do, give you an update, and they're not happy with your answer, so they would file a complaint. Now the problem with Etsy is, even though you have the proof that the item was scanned, they would start refunding people without even checking with you, the shop owner. So you're like, what the hell is going on? Like, I've already replied, I've already explained what is going on with the customer. Yes, I understand there's a complaint open, there's a case open. You're not even giving me 24 hours sometimes to reply to other ones before you just issue refund. Because there were cases where I've already resent a new product to replace the order that was delayed. Because I was losing money, but at the same time, especially to my repeat customers, I was trying my best to not make them feel like they're empty-handed, And sometimes I would, if I can't replace the product, I would just tell them I can refund you for how much you paid for the hair bow, hair clip, or badge rails, but I can't refund you with the shipping. A lot of them were very understanding about that. But you also have some people who were just like, no, I don't care. You refund me full refund. So you start dealing with that thing, and then Etsy, on the other hand, instead of having some sort of ways to mitigate issues, they would just continuously refund people, refund people, refund people. I'm like, what the hell is going on with you, Etsy? Like, do you not see what's going on? And then it got to the point where they freaking froze my shop. So I stopped making sales, right? And then I can't even access my Etsy. So it's like if I don't have the email address of the customer, I cannot communicate with them what is going on. So I'm losing money already. People think I just closed my shop and took their money and ran off. You see where I'm going with this? It's like with Etsy, oh, they're still charging you fee. They're still charging you whatever fees they want to milk out of you. But you're losing money left and right. And it's not like, yeah, the money you can earn, but your image, your shop image is already ruined at that point because you can't do anything. And that's when I realized, I was like, holy shit, sorry for the word. I have been ignoring all those red flags, and now it finally bite me in the ass. So it was like, I waited to make this video because I did not want to make the video and be so angry, because I know that it would just come out as biased view. But remembering it right now, remembering my experience with Etsy, it still pisses me off. And it's already 2024. It pisses me off so much that I put a lot of hard work into my business, into my shop, and for the Etsy to not even give a crap whatsoever. There was nobody, you couldn't reach, I could not reach to a human. It would just go to automated message. And yeah, like, it's like I've seen people who complain about, have had similar issues with me, who even made more sales than I did, and Etsy didn't give a crap. Like, I know there are people who made almost $1 million on their shop, and then Etsy just shut them down one day because of whatever reason. So I was just like, wow, if Etsy doesn't care about those people who's bringing them a lot more money than I did, then I don't stand a chance at all. Because I did not make hundreds of thousands of dollars in Etsy. Yes, I made sales, but it's not that much compared to the other ones. And they did not get good treatment at all. So me, the tiny person, nothing. They're probably not even gonna bat an eye. They're just gonna shut off. They just shut my shop, and that's it. So yeah, I learned a lesson in a very, very, very hard way, in a painful way, because yeah, I enjoyed that shop. I had good customers there. You know, especially over the years, you start building a relationship with your customers, like to the point where they're actually excited of like the new products that you're gonna release, or just referring them to different shops because you don't make particular item that they're looking for. So you kind of build up friendship as well, and that one just gets ruined one day. Like, and I can't say that I wasn't warned, because a lot of my fellow bow makers did have those concerns, and they did voice it out, and I just ignored it because I was stupid. I guess at that time I had the mentality of, well, it's not happening to me. Well, guess what? It happened. So yeah. Anyways, I think I'm going on like different routes of this topic now. If you're planning to start an handmade business, or you plan to open an Etsy shop, I highly recommend. I'm not saying don't start with Etsy. I know it's pretty bad right now because overseas manufactured, mass produced items is all over Etsy now. It's not like how it was before. But if you want to open an Etsy shop to start your business, you can go ahead, but just make sure that you know the risk. Do not, you probably heard this from other people, do not put all your eggs in one basket. What I mean with that is, if you don't have the capacity, that you don't have the time or the budget to open like a Shopify, because Shopify does kind of it's kind of expensive, especially if you're just starting from zero. um, you can at least try either what do you call these things, craft shows. You can do craft shows, build your network like that. Or social media is a big one. You can do Facebook groups who um, have like, I don't know, like a live sale. So there's always going to be a fee, by the way, it's not free. Or you can start your Facebook page and sell your products from there, and just accept, payment method like Square, and PayPal. I don't know about Venmo. I've never used Venmo for Facebook. I've only used PayPal and Facebook, and yeah, just what do you call that? Square if I'm doing craft shows, and PayPal for online sales, like on Facebook. You can also try. I don't know how good Poshmark is right now, because I know a couple of years ago it was good. Even if you're selling handmade products, because Poshmark is more of like a thrift store, boutique store of some kind. But you can try there too. Instagram. Yeah, I'm not saying that Etsy is like, do not go to Etsy whatsoever. But I'm just warning you that things can happen no matter how much you try, and in the end it will just fall apart. Like, you put so much work to build your business with them, and then they just doesn't give a crap at all. So um yeah, lesson learned. And with that, I am I don't even plan on shopping on Etsy anymore, which is sad, because I want to start making hair bows just for fun, not for business. And I know a lot of my suppliers are there, and some of them doesn't have their own website. They just, have their own Etsy store. So it's kind of sad. Like, I want to support your business and buy from you, because I know you're a good seller and I like your product. I like the quality. However, since they're on Etsy, I'm just like, I can't because I hate them this much, to the point that I don't want to even give them 5 cents. The Etsy. So yeah, if I have to start over, or if I could turn back time, I would definitely have my own website. Um, Still have an Etsy, obviously, because if you can build a network in there, you can have a customer base, you can always transfer them slowly to your own website. I would still open an Etsy if I had to redo it again. But definitely, I'm not gonna be that person who's just like, I'll be okay, everything will be fine, blah blah blah. Because no, I learned the lesson. So yeah, if you are planning to start an Etsy, just keep that in mind, that they are not there for you. Maybe your experience will be great. Kudos to you. Hope all is well. But again, yeah, just don't trust that company. you can put some trust, but don't fully trust them, because it will, yeah. I'm not gonna say it again because I'm just gonna keep cursing because I'm like all fired up. So, but yeah, it can be a good platform to again get customers, and gradually direct them to your own website, to your Facebook, or not even Facebook page. You can have your own Facebook group, because I know it's hard if you're new, and you don't have social media footprint. Like, nobody know you. The market is very saturated, especially for hair bows and hair accessories in general. It's very saturated market, so you gotta be out there, but don't short yourself. Make sure that you are charging properly for your product. You gotta count your time, because I know a lot of people sometimes think that it's just a spare time. It's your time that you're losing, your time and effort and energy you're putting into making those handmade products. So make it, or show your worth, basically. And as for me, if I don't know, I don't think I'll be opening my online shop anytime soon, but who knows. But for me, if I do start selling again, I am never going back to Etsy, and I would just start having my own website. Yeah, again, lesson learned. I would rather go sell on eBay than on Etsy or even Amazon, but Etsy, never again. So yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. Sorry for the tangent, but I tried. My plan was not to make this video this long, but I think I went a little bit all over the place. So yeah, no more Etsy for me, not even as a buyer. So anyways, I hope this video gives you guys like I don't know, hopefully this video is like a warning. That's like the whole purpose of it, and basically me venting. So anyways, thank you so much for listening with my vent. And if you're new to my channel and you're into making like hair accessories or random crafts, subscribe to my channel. I'll be making a bunch of just random tutorial, not like just any random, but like specifically hair bows. If you have pets, I have a rabbit that I've been making videos of, and sometimes I do like cooking stuff. It's mostly Filipino food, so, and random food that comes into my mind. So yeah, that's the end of this video, and hopefully I'll see you guys around. If not, well, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.